Hi everyone. Today I'll be talking about vibrato and some exercises that we can pass on to our students to help them develop this skill. Vibrato is a great tool for expression and helps us to elevate the quality of our sound and tone production. One, having a tension-free relationship between the hand and the violin. It's really important so that we have flexible joints and that all of the whole arm and fingers, everything can work together in a flexible way. The second principle that is really important is being able to create an even and regular movement, so that from there you can control the speed and size of the vibrato that you're making. Let's imagine that it's a really hot day and you don't have anything to cool down, so you just take your hand and you fan yourself, right? You see how relaxed that joint is? All right, so now imagine that your violin is really hot and your violin needs to be cooled down. So let's do that same movement on the violin. We don't have any tension in the hand. It's just flopping back and forth. And there's no grip on the violin. We're able to just slide along the fingerboard, both on this side of the hand and by our thumb. I think the best way to teach a motion that may not come naturally to our hands is to relate it in some way to a motion that we do know how to make. So I love Paul Rolland's example of tapping on the fingerboard. For a couple of reasons, we're able to control the amount of times that we're tapping and how fast we're tapping. And we can relate these into our vibrato motion. So start with your students up a little bit higher on the fingerboard, and you can tell them to tap twice, and you can bring it all the way up to 8 times, 12 times. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. To take the sequence a step further, you can tap with your student in different positions. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So now we want to take the motion that we're working on with the tapping and relate it to our vibrato motion. When we're knocking, it's usually this way. So if we flip our hand around, maybe pretend we have a bunch of groceries on our wrist and we still need to knock on the door. So tapping or knocking on your pegs just like this. All right, good. So once you've addressed that, we can take the tapping motion and turn it into a vibrato motion. And the most helpful element here is taking the momentum of the tapping and translating that into the momentum of a vibrato movement. We don't want to be thinking every single movement when we're vibrating. We want it to become a natural progression that is working together and flexible throughout the hand and the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can count the amount of taps and then the amount of vibrato movements that you make. Vibrato can be an intimidating task at hand in our teaching and for the student. So it's important to stay patient, because that patience is going to directly translate into your relaxed freedom and tension-free movements.